Hello and welcome to the Wealthy Trades Market Forecast for April 7th, 2015. I'm doing it a little different today. I'm going to actually post this at night for the upcoming day, which is April 7th, 2015. Let's talk about what happened today. Today was a really big rally day. We sold off a little bit at the end of the day, but we ended up shifting back into an uptrend. If you remember today, we went into the market and we were in a downtrend, and we did a pairs trade. Today was phenomenal for Wealthy Trades, okay? And this is one of the days and one of the reasons why you've got to be a subscriber to wealthytrades.com. Everybody you know needs to know this information because of days like today. But let's go into this. We were short today, all right? We had a short bias, but the quality was below 50%. So therefore, we wanted to do a pairs trade. And the trade I called out this morning was to go short in Google and long in Halliburton. Okay, the best performing sector on the upside was the energy sector, and the best sector to go into on the short side was the technology sector. And these two were the best stocks to go into, all right, and do a pairs trade because the quality percentage was below 50% on the Wealthy Trades dashboard for the day. Okay, so what we did is we went long Halliburton and opened at 44.20 and it closed at 45.88. All right, that is huge. That is, in fact, that's about 3.8% rally in one day in Halliburton. And to take it further, I had a subscriber of wealthytrades.com email me an options trade that they did with Halliburton today. They bought the at-the-money call on Halliburton and made a ton of money using the options. But again, up 3.8% on Halliburton long. And then we shorted Google to do a pairs trade. And yeah, because of the big rally today, Google was up 0.95%. But overall, up 3.8% here, down 0.95% here. Overall, the day, the pairs trade was up 2.85% for the day. Phenomenal day. Let's talk about what we're going to do for Tuesday, April 7th. All right, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to look to go long, and we're going to be confident in going long without a hedge, all right, without a pairs trade. And the reason why is because we are in an uptrend. We've got 52.4% of the stocks moving in an uptrend, and the quality of that is above 50%. So therefore, we are going to be confident to go long. And we're going to go long in the best sector, which is the energy sector. All right, energy is starting to put in a very nice bottom. It's starting to outperform, which actually may lead us higher in the overall market over the next few months. I actually think that it has a very high likelihood to lead us higher in the S&P 500, the SPY, as I've said. I wouldn't be surprised if we get to 220, 225, 230 in the SPY within by the end of the year. I think that's very possible. But let's talk about today, all right? So the 7th, Tuesday, what we're going to do is we want to go long in the energy sector and find the best stock within the energy sector. I'm going to use my pair down analysis, and I'm going to eliminate only the stocks and keep only the stocks that make money on both sides, both levels to win profits. Let me explain what this means. RRC, for example, all right, it closed today at 54.67. The expected high, it's moving in an uptrend. The expected high and the expected low are the same distance from the closing price. But this shows you the power of the trend. Historically, RRC hits this expected high, which is the same distance of closing, 55.8% of the time, whereas it only hits the expected low, which is the same distance from the close, only 30.8% of the time. That shows you the power of the trend. That's the reason why we say you have to be a trend trader. On top of that, so we know it hits it at a high rate. It hits the trend side more often than it hits the counter trend side. On top of that, we know that it makes money when it hits this level historically. So historically, when it hits the expected high on a Tuesday in an uptrend, that's how specific we get. It's got to be RRC in an uptrend on a Tuesday, because we're going in tomorrow's Tuesday. So on a Tuesday in an uptrend when it hits its expected high and close it by the end of the day, is that profitable historically or not? And yes, it is. All right, I want to make sure that it's profitable. I also want to see if RRC is in an uptrend and on a Tuesday it sells off and it goes down to a counter trend level. Does it typically bounce off that level and close higher? And the fact that it makes money, because this is in the direction of the trend, tells me yes, it does bounce off that level and typically makes money. So this is great. I want to see a profit on both levels to win profit, both the trend and the counter trend side. So I'm going to keep RRC. Interesting that HAL was the stock that we wanted to go long on Monday, But on Tuesday, as you can see, it's not. It's still good. It's still a great stock to go long, but it's not as good as, it's not going to be one of our best because it loses money on the counter trend side. Therefore, I'm going to eliminate HAL for Tuesday, even though it was the best stock on Monday. EQT meets the requirements. CVX, good. So I'm going to flip through this a little fast. If you see negatives there, or see it see the encapsulated or in the negative form, then you need to get rid of it because that's telling you that it doesn't make money. So let's get rid of that. Again, I'm just going to get rid of anything, APA. If it doesn't make money on one of the sides, I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, so now we've narrowed it down. Next step is I want to make sure that it hits on the trend side. When it hits, so XLE, for example, it hits this upside 51.9% of the time. I want to see that when it hits that, the levels on levels, this tells me how often it closes above that level. So I want to see this number 50% or higher of this number. So this is 32.7. So if as long as this number here, if this number here is lower than 65, then we're good to go. So that's great. And then on the counter trend side, I want to see the levels on levels close. So how often does it close below this level? I want to see this level, this number low. In fact, I want to see it less than 50% of this. So I want to see this high, this low, this high, this low. So that one meets my requirements. That one's good. This one doesn't. As you can see, 51.9 and 25. That's not 25%. So therefore, I'm going to get rid of that one. All right. That one's good. 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 All right. So all of those are good, but how do we narrow it down from here? Well, one of the easiest ways to do it is say, well, what do we know about all 5 of these stocks? Well, we know that they're in the best sector, in an uptrend. All 5 of them make money when they hit their trend and counter trend sides, and they all have a high hit rate. So pick the one with the HPP. You look down here, pick the one with the highest hit rate. Well, that's the easiest way to do it, and a lot of times that'll be the stock that you should go into. I'm going to go a little further, and I'm going to say, well, I'm going to look at how often it closes above this level, and I want to see the big number up here and a small number down there. So, for example, 34.6% of the time EQT closes above in comparison to 38, and then 7% it closes below this in comparison to 7.7. So, therefore, RRC is slightly better because it closes above this level slightly more often. Okay, so RRC is better than EQT. RRC is also better than CVX. Why? Because 32.7 compared to 38.7. So RRC, and in fact, RRC, so 26, RRC is going to be our play for tomorrow. So this is the game plan, my game plan for tomorrow. I'm going to go long RRC at the open. If we hit 55.56, I'm going to add to my position. If we sell off and hit 53.78, I'm going to add more to my position. I'm going to close everything at the end of the day. I'm going to hold it all day long. That is my play. Long RRC, huge fan. Yesterday, Monday, the pairs trade was up 2.85%. Awesome day. This week, just to recap, XLP is the best sector to be in. That's the consumer staples. Market's moving up on a weekly basis. Trend quality is good. The best stock to go into on a weekly basis is KR. KR is the best stock on a weekly basis to be in. And then on a monthly basis, we've been long the healthcare sector for a while now. Should be confident to be long because the quality is good in an uptrend. And the best stock in the healthcare sector is CAH. That is the best stock. But for tomorrow, again, we are going long RRC. Hopefully we can make it a great day like we had on Monday. And if you have any questions, you can email me at info@wealthytrades.com. Continue to go to our resource tabs. Watch our videos. It is so important for you to understand our product. Watch the podcast. I post these every day. I try to get these done before the market opens so you can see exactly what I'm doing. The goal is to have all the subscribers and everybody a part of Wealthy Trades doing it yourself and not dependent on anybody but you. That is the power. And depend on the Wealthy Trades dashboard to give you the stats and the probabilities, but then you make the decisions. So, but anyway, understand the resources. We have some great premium videos in this resource tab, some advanced techniques on how to trade levels to win, the 4 steps to a successful trade. These are very, very important pieces to the market, and it'll help you understand how the markets are made. So go to that. Understand that. If you have any questions, as I said, go and email me at info@wealthytrades.com. Make it a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.